Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Lara Sam'an, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Ranked as the most active team of investors in the MENA region, Plus VC is a MENA-focused early-stage venture capital firm that has been focusing on investing in tech and tech-enabled sectors. Joining us in the studio tonight is Hassan Haider, founder and managing partner of Plus VC with over 10 years of experience investing in MENA startups. Hello Hassan and welcome to our studio today.
Hi, thanks for having me here.
So Hassan, tell us about VC. Talk to us more about it.
Plus VC is, as you mentioned, a venture capital firm. What we really do is we invest at the early stages of companies. Once they're getting started, usually they have a product, some customer usage, and we'll invest, we'll support them, help them grow to the stage where they can hopefully raise a much larger round and a lot more money.
Okay, and do you accept like anybody, or is it like, is there special criteria that people have to like, let's say, apply or something for Plus VC?
Yeah, so we're an investment company at the end of the day,
Yeah.
so we're really looking for the best founders that are working on something that really is different. So something unique that has an opportunity to grow outside of their home markets to markets all over the region and maybe even globally.
Okay, amazing, amazing.
Yeah. And the way to apply is pretty straightforward. People can go on our website, plus.vc, and it's pretty... And
it's an easy process.
It's a very easy process.
Okay.
Anyone can really participate.
Amazing, amazing. And what makes Plus VC different from any other funding company? Like, talk to us about your thesis and strategy.
Sure. Our thesis is a bit different than most other VC funds. Most VC funds are investing a bit later stage at Series A. They'll deploy a couple of $1 million into a smaller number of deals, probably 20 to 30 companies. Our thesis is no, we want to invest a bit earlier. So we'll put in a few $100,000 at an earlier stage, and we want to invest in a lot of companies. We want to diversify out the risk by sort of investing in a large portfolio of companies. So unlike a normal fund, which will do 20 to 30 deals, we're aiming to do about 100 to 120 deals over a 3-year period.
Okay, amazing. So more deals. You want to help and invest the people who are thinking of doing something very different in their lives.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. And how could you say that Plus VC can offer better job opportunities for people?
I think historically people have gone to work in larger organizations, governments, and things like that, but there honestly isn't enough jobs in those places anymore. And so we're looking, when we're investing in a startup, we're creating jobs for the founders that are building that startup.
Of course, yeah.
As they grow, they're going to hire more and more people. And honestly, like the startups that we've invested in the past have created tens of thousands of jobs.
Amazing, amazing. Of course, and it helps everybody. It helps the founder, it helps more people because they need more people, and it just keeps going on and on and on.
Of course.
Can you tell us, during the pandemic, what was the pros and cons in investing during this time?
I think the pandemic accelerated the shift towards digital and technology that was happening anyway, but what we'd expected to see within the next 3 to 5 years happened almost overnight when people couldn't do anything. They had to figure out how to do things online.
Yeah, they had to change everything from like one day we woke up to doing things normally. The next day, okay, your whole life has changed.
Yeah, that was basically pretty horrible for some people, but pretty great for a lot of technology startups because they were there, they were trying to acquire customers and users, and when the shift happened, they were able to grow and scale pretty well. And honestly, the quality of the startups that came out of the pandemic were really, really good. Like we've been seeing some great founders that are trying to solve problems that honestly are amongst the best founders we've seen in the region.
Amazing, and of course they've created things that you wouldn't have thought of creating if, let's say, the pandemic didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an investor, so I don't really build anything, and I try to ignore my own ideas because ideas are pretty worthless.
So you look at the other people who have the amazing ideas, it's like, okay, I'll help you.
and that they have the ability to execute and build on that.
Yeah,
like, that
of course.
execution capability is much more important than an idea, because I'll wake up in the morning, I'll have 100 ideas before I even have breakfast, but like I won't do anything with them. So No, we found some really good founders that are coming up with interesting concepts, but are also building and scaling and executing well on those companies.
Okay, amazing. I love the idea, of course. It gives a lot of people different opportunities, and I feel like it gives them a push as well. It makes them feel like they can succeed and, you know, explore and become bigger. How would you say that you and your team, like, how do you guys choose who to invest in?
We've seen tens of thousands of startups and deals that we've looked at over the past few years. So we sort of know what we're looking for. The first thing is we're looking for seed stage startups. So if someone's just an idea, we don't really invest in.
Okay.
If someone's too late stage, we don't really look at that. The second part of it is we look across the Middle East and North Africa. If it's something outside of our mandate in India or Europe or the US, we don't really look at that either.
Okay.
After that, the most important thing that we're looking at investing in is the team. So we're looking for a balanced team that knows exactly what they're doing, knows how to execute, how to build, and you have this sort of passion for what they're building and sort of a bias towards execution.
Okay.
They won't just sit around with a pitch deck and a presentation.
Like, you look for the people who actually, you can see that they really want to do this, they really want to build what they're creating.
Yeah, and not just want, that already started doing it.
Yeah, they started and need help.
They're like, we're going to do this whether you help us or not. It'll take longer and it'll be harder if you don't help us,
course.
But we're going to build this anyway. So the team really is the most important factor of what it is we're looking at when we're investing. And then we look at the traction, we look at have they been able to build a business that's been able to grow, acquire users, acquire customers month to month. Usually in tech startups, we're looking for like 20% month over month growth, which in any other business would be like, are you crazy? Like,
because it's a big percentage.
Yeah, but it's generally the case. And so we look at that growth and traction for those businesses. We'll look at the market size and opportunity. One of the issues that we see in some markets is that they think too small, too local, whereas there's already larger competitors in different markets that are already doing things and have been doing it for 2 years, 3 years. We're looking for someone that really has something unique in a blue ocean that's able to scale and grow across the region. So hopefully not too much competition there.
Hopefully.
And then the last thing that we sort of look for is the technology and the product. We don't focus too much on that because if there's already people using it and paying for it,
so it's fine.
It already works out.
It just continues. It's like we help them move and be able to grow bigger. What would you say is the future plan for Plus VC?
Honestly, we continue doing what we're doing. We're working on setting up this fund that'll hopefully invest in another 100 to 120 startups over the next few years. Support these companies as they scale and grow, and hopefully just keep doing what we're doing and keep doing it well, hopefully.
Hopefully. Of course, the bigger you think, the bigger you grow. With your years of experience, what advice would you give to someone who wanted to start up a business?
Honestly, the advice that I find myself I keep giving is don't just wait around for investors to say we'll give you money in order to start something. What you need to do is you're like, I need to figure out a way to start this thing and start anyway. When you launch the product and you have a team and you have some customers and users, then you have something to talk about to investors. So really your mindset shouldn't be, let me do something where I can raise some money for that. Let me build something first and then money will come after that.
Correct. Of course.
So that's the mindset that unfortunately we don't see a lot of founders. They're like, I won't quit my job or I won't do this until I have money or funding or an investor, but that's not the right
way to do it. You need to try. I always say you need to try no matter what. If you fail, you fail. If you succeed, but never give up. You always have to continue.
And that's what it is. It's this bias towards execution. Get something done, build something, start a real business, not just a presentation or a PowerPoint.
Presentation or PowerPoint. Exactly. Start it. Do something. Try to show the product or show the, let's say, application, whatever it is. It's a trial and error.
Exactly.
It's like when we were in school, how we had trial and error when we had to do homework and stuff. It's the same thing.
We call it iteration in startup world, but that's what it is. It's experimentation and iteration in order to make something succeed. And all of the largest startups and everyone, they've all done this many times.
Of course, you can never just start something and then think there's always going to be something that goes wrong.
And even like Google, they've had so many failures of things that they've tried to do, but they've also had a lot of successes. And it's just that experimentation mindset that's pretty useful to have.
It just goes back and forth. Is there anything else you'd like to add to our viewers before we end the segment today?
No, I think honestly this is probably amongst the best times to be launching a startup in the Middle East and North Africa. I think just try to build something, execute, and investors will come after that.
Yeah, and they'll come and find you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hassan Haider, for being with us in the studio today. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned as we'll be right back for more. A community for all the artists and art enthusiasts in the kingdom, supporting local talents and more. Saoud Dosri, founder of this great community, is here in our studio to tell us more about it. Hi Saoud, and welcome to our studio today.
Hi, how are you?
So tell me, Saoud, who is Cult, what is Cult, and who are you guys?
The Cult is, I can explain it in so many ways, but I think the best general term for it, it's a platform to support local talents and businesses in Bahrain, and hopefully in the future outside of Bahrain.
Outside of Bahrain, yeah, that's hopefully for later.
Yes, hopefully. But it is a platform. Me and my partner Reem, who's not here today, we have started it in 2019 when we participated in a competition in Temkin.
Okay.
It's called Mashroui. It was the 5th edition. And we went to the finals. It was the final stage. And we won the business model award.
Amazing, amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
We did not win the whole thing, but we won that
yeah,
nice
but still,
award.
you still won something at the end of the day.
We worked really hard, and I thank Temkin for actually pushing us to do it after the competition. That was the challenge, honestly. Since it happened, everyone's been asking us, like, what is the Cult? Like, why the Cult? Like, the name,
why the Cult? Exactly.
Why the name and stuff. In general, when we were searching for names and what do we call the business, I came up with the name after discussing it with my brother. And after some time, I started defining it with basically a cult is a controversial term because it's related to politics or religion, and it has a very taboo
type of background to it, as you can say. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but then after Googling more about it and researching, cult is basically a group of people who have the same interests, have the same beliefs, have the same
ideas, let's say. Yeah,
it's a group of people.
Exactly, it's a group of people
who support each other.
Exactly, cult just means a group of people.
So yes, so this is what we came up with, and this is how I interpret it to the people.
Yeah, which is a very catchy name, because when you think of cult in general as the term, like you said, is a group of people. That's it. Yeah, it's not really anything else. Yeah.
It's how you make it.
Exactly. It's how you make it and think of the word.
Yes.
What would you say is your aim or your mission, and how do you guys look forward to achieve that aim and mission?
Pre-COVID, our aim was to have our own venue, and hopefully we have it one day. Our own venue where we host events, host workshops, create content online and offline for the community here in Bahrain, because we saw that there's an opportunity in the market, and there's a lot of talent in Bahrain, and this is how we wanted to approach it.
And it's a way to support them.
Exactly. It's always giving back to the community.
Yeah, and it's a way to support, like how you guys said, you guys like to support the entrepreneurs, the younger generation, let's say, all the businesses in Bahrain. There's a lot, and a lot of people don't really realize that until once you guys have events and stuff.
But look what happens in the good weather days, like January, February. Like, you see pop-up markets, you see events, musical events, outdoor events, artsy,
all type of events, everything.
Exactly. Yeah. So why don't we have this spot and have it 24/7?
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, I'm guessing after COVID, or let's say now, process.
Working on it.
Working on it. What would you say? Can anybody join Cult, or is there any age limitations? Do you have, like, how do you guys do that process?
We don't recruit.
Okay.
Basically, it's how you participate with us. Like, what kind of participation are you gonna bring to the table?
Okay.
We're not gonna hire you and keep you under contract and say like you're an exclusive
and you're stuck to us
member. No. Like, we have dealt with so many artists here in Bahrain and businesses into different projects. Like we've been jumping from a project to another with different people, and I like the networking aspect of it, to be honest.
So if you have something, anybody can join? Or do you guys choose them? How do you do that process?
It's not, I know that we're not for everyone.
Yeah.
And
It's
I get it.
type of scene, let's say, let's put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're fine because what we're offering is different than what you're offering, what that person is offering. So we are who we are. We're providing a good platform, and if we are on the same vibe together, then we can create something amazing.
Of course.
So whoever you are, like, let's discuss.
We can discuss it further.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the pop-up markets? You had, of course, pre-COVID, because there weren't any, of course, these happening 2 years. Can you tell us more about them?
The pop-up market was the first idea that we decided to do after finishing the مشروعي competition.
The مشروعي تمكين, yeah.
Yes. The pop-up market idea came up to us, and we decided to work on it, and it was so exciting, and we did it by the support of Selim Babko.
Okay, amazing.
And when we approached them and introduced the idea, how about we do it in Awali?
Yeah.
They welcomed the idea, to be honest, and they said, you know, you have our blessings, just go ahead and do it. Only for 1 day, though. So we did it for
but still, it's still better than nothing.
It was super successful. So many visitors knew about us. It was a nice introduction to the market. So many people want us to do more. And hopefully after exactly,
COVID.
like we took a 1 year break,
yeah.
But right now, so inshallah, yani.
So what would you say is your future plans for Cult in general?
Like I previously mentioned, right now we're working on creating an online platform, and we have a project coming up on YouTube. So please follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Cult Bahrain, and to see what we have
coming up next for the future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And our first project, I'm happy to announce it because it's ready.
Okay.
We're going to have live concert sessions by local artists.
Oh, that's amazing.
Bands and singers.
Okay.
And we shot in a studio. It's just a one take. So this is, I'm super excited about.
Yeah, of course, something very different. No one's done that yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And inshallah, after that, we're going to have a comedy special.
Okay.
And after that, inshallah, I will have an art exhibition.
Okay, amazing. There's a lot of local artists in Bahrain.
And by then, the weather is going to be good, so we're going to have
a pop-up market after that.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Sood, before we end this evening?
Thank you for having me, honestly, and it's a pleasure to be on TV talking about what I'm so passionate about. And thanks for our followers, thanks for our supporters. It's really appreciated. And follow us.
Thank you for actually supporting everybody in Bahrain. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's always a give back to the community. Emotion that comes with my thoughts.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Sood. I can't wait for your markets.
You're cannot wait.
Let the weather become nicer. Cannot wait for it.
Inshallah.
Viewers, don't go away. We'll be right back. There is no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about, and that's exactly what Rotaract Bahrain are doing. With us in the studio, President of Rotaract Bahrain, Tanima, and Social Media Director, Sankat. Hello and welcome to our studio today.
Hello, hi, how are you?
So, tell us, what is Rotaract and what is the idea behind it?
Thank you for the question and thank you for the opportunity. If you look up on the internet, either as Rotaract Bahrain or Rotary International, you would find that Rotaract Bahrain is sponsored by 3 Rotary clubs.
Okay.
Rotary Club of Salmania, of Manama and of Adliya. And it is a platform for doing good for the society. But I do not believe it is just a platform.
Of course.
or it is a forum, or it is a community. No, it is a youth movement. Okay. It is a movement. Rotaract is a movement where we are influencing the masses, where we are inspiring and motivating the youth in using their voices, in using their moral consciousness, in doing for the causes that they are passionate about, in creating impact for the issues they believe in turn doing good for the society. If you look around yourself, the youth has been raising their voices for various issues and advocacies such as mental health, for cancer, for environment, for a sustainable living. But these are issues and causes which are relevant, but the fight is ongoing. These are battles which are yet to be won. And Rotaract's Bahrain mission is to win these battles for humanity.
Okay, amazing.
Overcoming the obstacles, the challenges that we collectively have through the medium of youth. You know, like if you look over around the world, we see figures such as Malala Yousafzai. We see Greta Thunberg and many other successful people, consciously or unconsciously, and many others, women and children, have been raising their voices.
They've raised their voices and made a difference actually in life as well.
And empowering people around them, empowering people around them. These are the people who are forward thinking. These are the individuals who are doing selflessly. And this is Rotaract Bahrain family.
It's an amazing concept, to be honest. It brings out youth, like you said. It makes the youth speak up. It makes them want to speak up, I feel, even a bit more than actually how they speak up.
And our motto is also service above self. And we aim to achieve this by being stronger together, by involving the youth, the Rotaractors, the Rotarians, because all of them are committed in the global welfare of the world. Answering to your question behind the idea of Rotaract Bahrain, personally I believe that it is very reductionist to limit or restrict Rotaract Bahrain to one idea, because we are in amalgamations of ideas and a concept of diversity, and we are involved in so many various causes. May it be autism, may it be providing education, may it be health, may it be cancer awareness.
All different fields.
All different fields we are. So, reducing it to one is simply not right, I would say, but this is the beauty. The beauty of Rotaract Bahrain is the diversity in ideas, and this diversity is the unity. You can see the unity in this. And our unity and willingness to do good for the people, spread good to people. And I think this is the essence and core of Rotaract Bahrain, and this is who we are.
Who you are. It's an amazing initiative, and it's something so nice to give people that chance to want to speak up and discuss things and give back to the community and help the youth. It's all in one. It's about giving and taking in a different way, as I would say it. What would you say is your aim and goal, and how do you guys plan to achieve this aim and goal?
So I'd just like to take from where President Tanima left. I think what she said was the beautiful thing about us is that there are different ideas with different people. So what we did during the initial part of the year when she took over the office is we discussed what are the ideas that we want to target, what are the causes that we want to take together, and who are the people within our group who are passionate about particular ideas. We took all these and folded together under 8 buckets, and we said that cancer, education, water, mental health, autism, all these are the core ideas or core causes that we want to support in Bahrain. So our objective is, like President Tanima said, it's not only one particular idea, but it's any idea
that comes,
that you are passionate about, she's passionate about, I'm passionate about. We come together with our ideas, we present the plan to the board. We have an independent board which takes calls on these kind of projects, and we go ahead with executing these projects. So essentially the aim and objective is to continuously aim to do good in the community.
It's a way of bringing people together to help the community as well.
Absolutely.
That's how you can look at it in a different way. It brings people together, different ideas, and okay, my idea or my thinking towards something is giving back to the community, something they might have not even thought of something before. What would you say as well as Rotaract's initiatives? How would you put that?
To be saying, let me just share with you 3 or 4 initiatives that we are planning. One of the initiatives being how we know as during the month of Ramadan and all, how after a long day of fast, that breaking the fast with the water.
Yeah.
I think that is a basic human right of having clean and the right of having clean water.
Correct.
We as Rotaract Bahrain are coming up with the initiative and providing in Ghana, Africa, a clean water initiative by providing 9 villages.
Okay, nice.
Clean basic water, because these people, they don't have
access. Correct.
They don't have access, and a lot of women are suffering hygiene issues, a lot of kids are suffering from diseases. This is one of our initiatives coming up, and we will be traveling there soon.
Okay, amazing.
And our second initiative is launching a toll-free number for the youth mental empowerment.
Okay.
Where it is accessible to various people who at this, I think the pandemic and everything has taken
a very big toll on that, especially on the younger people.
Yes,
yeah.
And I think now more than ever, it's something that's more urgent than ever to have.
Yes.
Where we can reach out to them, we can connect them to the societies and communities and people that can help them at this moment, and just telling them it's okay not to be okay.
That's an amazing initiative. It's something that I think as well is much needed, especially for the younger generation, to feel like they're not alone. That's how to look at it.
Yes. Yeah. Our third initiative, which we are doing, is this is for the special people, I would say.
Yeah.
This is for the autistic people who I feel are more powerful than us. I think when you look from their eyes, we are the ones who are, not the. So, but anyways, for a lot of families I have seen, they have become like a burden, and especially now, people losing jobs and all. And these members have become a burden to their families.
Correct, yeah.
We as Rotaract Bahrain want to make them as the change makers and the bread earners of the family. We going to a job market and going to the business market, we know the difficulties that
we all face, yeah.
Yeah, what about them?
Yeah.
They also face what they will be facing. So we decided to create a job market and an opportunity, a brand for them, which will be managed, handled, produced and sold by them.
Okay, that's another very nice initiative, especially, again, as you mentioned, in the pandemic, so many things changed our lives, shifted our lives, and these small things people don't think about.
Yes.
So these initiatives are opening it up, thinking, actually, no, we do need these things. We do, whoever has thought of these initiatives are amazing ideas. To me, it's an amazing idea. Could you tell us more about the collaborations you guys have had already?
So over the years, I mean, what we've done is, we've tried to partner and collaborate with as many like-minded institutions and people as possible in several of the projects. Last couple of projects, we had BDF Hospital as one of our partners, Zari Consultancy.
Okay.
We had Avenues as one of our partners when we did a massive graffiti project in the Avenues.
Okay, very nice.
When we did blood cancer, we had Bahrain Cancer Society and several other individual contributors to the project as well. So really, when it comes to collaboration, we do collaborate with large institutions alike small institutions as well, and this is on the institutional front, but also from independent individuals front. We people like you and me also contribute so much, and we have so many volunteers.
So anybody can contribute. Anybody can contribute.
Yes.
Anybody, and we have a lot of those volunteers in our network, in our circle, who want to do good and who reach out to us to say that, so one of the examples that I would like to give is that one of the projects that we did recently was Project Life, wherein we donated approximately 100 people volunteered to donate blood. Now this is also for us a collaboration with those individual people, because they they're
volunteering, giving their blood.
Blood, and we'll speak more about this project if that's something that we want to discuss. But this particular project also contributed a lot in the community.
Of course.
Because this blood was taken to several different organizations and several different patients with different kind of diseases, not only to emergency
just to give
cases.
the usual blood banks that they
give.
The
whole event was a donation of whole blood donation, plasma donation and platelet donation as well, the power red donation too. Each hour was donated to each cause. The first hour of donation went to the autistic kids, the second hour to the sickle cell patients, the third hour to the trauma patient and pregnant ladies, and the fourth went to the cancer and COVID heart patients. And we collaborated with BDF, and also recently we are collaborating with Salmania and going forward with King Hamad Hospital.
Okay, that's an amazing event. Like, I love the idea behind it, especially that every hour is something different. It's not just, oh, I'm giving you blood and that's it. You know where it's going, you know what it's going to, it's helping a lot of people.
We had a lot of youngsters coming forward with rare blood group as well, donating plasma, and I think the most heart-touching time for this project was we had the people, the patients themselves come in to thank us, to thank all of those kids and those youngsters. I think that was very heart-touching. And I think there were so many moments that we got emotional, and they said that thank you, this is, especially in this pandemic, a lot of people didn't come forward to donate.
Of course.
And there was like a scarcity and people needed it.
A lot of people needed it.
It's something noteworthy that our initiatives are very safe when we have such gatherings and people coming. It's very safe and everyone gets tested. We have a thorough process where a form is filled, we go through background checks, everything.
You go through, of course,
for the safety and security.
Of course, not just anybody comes, you have to check all of these things. What would you say is there any like events that are coming up that you'd like to share with us tonight?
I would, as I mentioned before, we would not like to call it events. We prefer to call it as movements, as I mentioned, because this is not a one-time thing. This is a continuous, consistent and conscious effort. It's a commitment that goes forward, and that's what Rotaract Bahrain is all about. We have our members, our volunteers, and everyone comes together who are working endlessly in making sure that we are fighting this battle day and out and able to address these issues and create awareness about it.
And tell the people in Bahrain what is happening.
Yes. Even issues that are unaddressed in the world right now that needs to come forward. We are educating ourselves as well. One of such movements is education that we believe in. We are doing right now, I think, from last week, we have started the initiative of Each One Teach One. So each volunteer comes to teach the underprivileged kids English.
Oh, amazing! Each One Teach One. I like it. I like how you guys named it. So nice. It's so catchy. It's very catchy.
So our Each One Teach One initiatives is ongoing right now. As we speak. And we are having volunteers for that. Besides that, we are also having movement of taking care of the most marginalized sector, the laborers, taking their health checkup at this time. So we are doing health checkup of all these laborers. We have completed of more than 300 people. And we have, during this summer, we distributed as well water and all. But I think the priority is getting their whole body checkup done during this time.
Of course, because they don't think of doing that.
Yes, educating them about that, and our other upcoming events, which I mentioned about the initiatives. So we are in the process of doing that. Also, we are in the process of connecting the youth, the leaders, to platforms and various places so we can make Bahrain proud globally and internationally by sponsoring such students and youth to represent Bahrain. As we speak, we have reached out to Malala Foundation, and we have got a very positive response for her.
Amazing! It's
in sponsoring.
Her foundation is one of the top of how I look at it.
Who will be sponsoring one of the students and going to UK and completing his or her education.
That's amazing.
And we hope we can go forward. And as I said, the autism project that we are coming up with, and various others as we are going forward.
As you're going forward, yeah,
Me
of
and
course,
my
different
team,
initiatives come up and you guys think of different things to do.
I must say I'm blessed to have a dynamic and a powerful and a very dedicated team who are working, as I said. All of us has made it a lifestyle, you know, to do selflessly, to give. And this time especially when a lot of negativity, and you can hear, we need it. We need good vibes around us. We need that.
We need someone to lift up our spirits.
Yes, yes. Now more than ever, we need it. So that's.
Is there anything else you guys would like to add before we end our segment today?
I would first like to thank you. I would like to thank you for
Thank
this
you for being with us
opportunity
today and explaining the initiatives. I'm very I love it.
We are looking forward to having you with us.
Yes, hopefully. I might come volunteer very soon.
Thank you so much. Through this interview is not for me, for him, or for us. Rotaract Bahrain, through this interview, want to reach out to the masses of Bahrain, to those volunteers.
To reach out to the people.
Yes, to come forward, to join hands together. So as I said, we are stronger together if we do it together ourselves.
Correct.
Because if you want to see the change in the world, you have to be the change yourself.
Correct.
Because we believe that the youth are the leaders of today and tomorrow. Of tomorrow. And all these leaders, this Rotaract Bahrain provides the opportunity and the platform for these leaders to come together and do that change. Be the change, because it's not, you cannot be just great by what you have. It's what you give. That's where your greatness is decided as a leader.
Correct. I completely agree with this. Like, I love how you stated it. It's exactly how we have to look at the future, at the youth, and make people realize this.
Yes.
And make people know that this is, the youth are the future.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tarima, and thank you, Sankat, for being with us here in the studio today.
Thank you so much.
Viewers, don't go away. We'll be right back. Now, for something a little different, let's take a look at what's happening around Bahrain in the following report.
Have you ever heard of a fashion boutique on wheels? Elegantic by Iman Zainal is a one-of-a-kind mobile clothing boutique by the local designer herself that provides all trends and pieces that suits different tastes and preferences. This portable boutique is easily accessible to all women out there and is hoping to tailor everyone's needs, from men to kids, pretty soon. This is one of the many women-led projects around, hoping to inspire and continue the trend.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight, and another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. This was Lara Sam'an. Until next time, good night and God bless.